Hey y'all, this is Christy with Lulu Ladybug Creation. Today we're going to be making this beautiful, gorgeous swirl pattern tumbler. I made it with, I'm actually using, this was a sublimated cup that my friend had made and she didn't like how it came out. So I'm going to repurpose it by painting it and covering it with epoxy and this template that I got off of Etsy. So here I am. I painted it in black and I've already cut out the stencil. So I've also already placed over the template. This is the offset that I used in gold. This one I got off of Hobby Lobby. It's the single sheets that they sell. And I've already placed on top of this, this vinyl. I've already placed a stencil. I placed the stencil because what I'm going to do is use it so that I'm able to paint through the portions that I remove and not ruin the vinyl. All right, so it's a little cup cradle I got on Amazon, so I'm just making sure that it's as seamless as I can get it. And hopefully I measured it right, and I did. So I'm going to use the hinge method. I'm actually going to paint portions that I removed, but right here I'm using the hinge method. I taped one end onto the cup so that it doesn't move out of place, and there's a lot of little extras that was from the template, but I'm removing the vinyl from the backing, and I'm going to cut away a portion of the backing so that I can have that onto the tumbler using the hinge method. And it was I struggled a little because of course it's already cut, it's already pre-cut. I cut it using my Cricut, and it kept wanting to come apart right there, so I was having to go around it, but it worked out. So here I am placing it on the cup, and keep in mind, see, it has the stencil protection over it that I used, and I'm going to trim off the edge. Of course, I'm trying to get it as close to the rim as possible. So I'm going to mark off every other, because it's waves, they're waves that I did. So I'm going to mark off every other wave, and what happened was I should have sent it through the Cricut to cut twice, because I was having trouble. It didn't come out, it didn't cut through all the way. So you'll see I'll have some struggles here for a minute, and I'm going to use my knife to help cut away the template. And here's another issue that I had. What I didn't do was I didn't sand down the cup before I spray painted it. And you'll see here that it pulls up the paint because you have to sand down the cup. And the reason why is so that paint adheres to it and actually sticks. And it didn't stick because I didn't sand the cup. That's one mistake I made here. But I'm going forward so that y'all can see what I did and what I do to fix it. After I get all of the stencils cut out, you can see the cup, it completely didn't, the paint did not stick at all, which is fine. I fix it. So I'm gonna get all the stencils cut out, all the waves cut out, and then what I'm gonna do is sand each individual little, what I should have done. This is what I should have done to begin with. So what I'm gonna do is sand every part of the wave, the curves that I had, and then I'll go in and I'll paint each one, and then glitter. So if I didn't have the stencil on top of the vinyl, I wouldn't have been able to paint those curves without getting it on the vinyl. So it's a good thing I kept them on. So I'm using this purple pearl Ceramcoat, I think is what it's called, from Joann's. And then the glitter I'm using, I actually got it from Makerflo, and it's called Purple Plasma, and it's iridescent fine glitter. But this paint I'm using is called Delta Ceramcoat. It's a violet pearl. So I'm gonna paint it through it once, let it dry, and put another coat so that it. So I'm trying to cover up the actual. The pattern, the picture that was on the cup. So if you look, this glitter, Purple Plasma, it's really, really pretty. It's so bright, it looks like it's glowing in this, in the video. But it's really, really pretty, and it comes out really, really pretty. So I'm gonna go line by line, curve by curve, if you will, and glitter it and get it all covered in glitter. And I'm also going to glitter the bottom as well. I was able to see through the glitter, so I'm going over it again with the paint, and then giving it a second coating of glitter, if you will. Okay, so I let it dry. I let it dry, then I'm peeling up the stencil. And you'll see after I peel up the stencil that it's, the lines showed up they're really crisp. And if I didn't do this, I've seen some makers, they have steady hand to not have to use a stencil to protect the vinyl. I have to, so it helps. But anyways, I let it dry, and then I sprayed it and put my first coat of epoxy on it. Alright, so here we are after one coat of epoxy, and now what I'm going to do is place all the gold lines. I filed down the rim. After I cleaned up the inside with alcohol and all the dust that I made by filing it down, you want to make sure this cup is as smooth as possible. And I also cut out my initials using the gold vinyl, and I placed my initials down at the bottom. I need to get those little tags that I've seen on Etsy, but this will do for now. So I'm going to trim up all the extra from the gold vinyl that I have. And please don't come at me. I know it looks like I'm wasting a lot of gold vinyl, but you know, I just needed the trims, the little striping. But here I'm removing all the excess. I feel like it's been a while since I made a video, and I'm like nervous. I'm like, so sorry, I'll get better. So I'm going to place all these on the tumbler. I'm not doing a second. I don't even know what the point is that I use. The measurements, I don't have all that. I don't have the measurements of the width or of the striping. If you need to have those, or if you would like to have those in my future videos, please let me know so that I can get all that information for next time. But after I put all the striping in, I will cover it. I'll seal it with another coat of Rust-Oleum clear coat, and I'll let it dry, and then I'll put two I did have, you know what? I did have a quote that I put on here, and it says, when life gives you curves, flaunt them. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm going to get this placed on the cup, and after I get it placed on the cup, then I'm going to put my last 2 coats of epoxy, and then we'll have the finished product. I don't know if it's my camera settings, but the cup is beautiful. It's gorgeous. And I know you can't see it all too well in the video, but it was really pretty. That purple plasma glitter is just gorgeous. So I want to make sure I have this quote on straight. I want to make sure I have it on even with both ends. And here I am peeling off the transfer tape, And I'm measuring it just to make sure, because you know what, if it wasn't, I would take it off and I would start over. But it was good. It was good. And guess what? It wasn't straight. And guess what? I'm gonna start over. When you put on a quote, please make sure that you cut off an edge to, like if you're gonna do it as put it on as the hinge method, and then measure it like I did, but before you actually place down the whole. What I did was I placed down the whole quote without actually measuring it first. So here I am. I'm gonna make sure I have have it lined up correctly, because what it was is it was crooked. So there was a little part of the vinyl that tore at the top, and it caused the paint to look like it kind of came off with the paint. So that's what I used, the alcohol marker to cover it up. But I'm using here, I actually thought I was using this Rust-Oleum, but I didn't. I used Apothecary binding potion to seal it in. And you really don't even need gloves to use this. It's not sticky or anything. But anyways, 2 coats of epoxy, and this is the result. It's gorgeous. When life hands you curves, flaunt them. It's really pretty, and the video gives it no justice. There's my initials. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I will do better. But thank you for watching. Thank you for staying till the end. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks.